All right, what's up, gang? So the Yankees dropped this one 7-2. I don't know about you guys. I kind of figured they would. Anytime they make some kind of adjustment, whether it be a trade or coaching change or whatever, they come out slow out the gate. So I figured, and it's going to take them more than 2 days to get used to a new hitting philosophy and a new hitting approach. But yes, I'm bummed out about the loss. But I know if the haters will say fire Sean Casey. Yeah, they will, Wink. um, but I'll give them this. They barreled up the ball a lot better than they have been recently. And I like the fact that DJ, got a square hit today. Rizzo got a square hit. Stanton hit that home run right out the gate. So, yeah, they slowed down afterward, but it's good. Those are some of the encouraging things I've seen. Rodon got hit a little bit. It looked like he was gassed too in that altitude. He was breathing pretty heavy early in this game, so I'm not surprised. Colorado altitude will kick your ass pretty early, pretty quickly too. So shout out to everybody. Billy, we got my consigliere Joe, Sean Browning, everybody. Sean Browning had a death in the family, so let's send our condolences and sympathies to Sean and his family, man. So sorry to hear it, man. So sorry to hear it. But shout out to everybody too. Like I said, we celebrate when they win, we soothe here when they lose. So this place is like Robitussin, man. It's like it gets people feeling a little bit more relaxed. And it's like a spa, like a therapy session. That's where we like it. So, but shout out to Peanut too. Jonathan's here. So, and while we do this stuff, the trade chatter just keeps heating up. Got Sean Browning with Stephen B. My consigliere. Chris Bryant, man. Expensive, but a good hitter. And 7-2 overall game. Dave Carter. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard for teams like the Yankees to adapt to altitude coming out of the gate too, especially coming out of the All-Star break. But after having missed a couple a couple of days of playing games, so guys seemed a little. The timing seemed a little off. I expect them to be better tomorrow. Yeah, Rodon seemed a little bit off mechanically. He did battle. He struck out some guys when he needed to. 5-6 strikeouts. So there were some bright spots there. He got hit with some they barreled up better than the Yankees did today. The Rockies, and again, this is their home, so I'm not surprised. So, but I do expect the Yankees to play better tomorrow. So, and I do think once they get a little bit more in tune with this hitting approach, we'll see a lot. We'll see more out of them than we think we will. By the way, 3 teams have already inquired about Dylan Lawson, about bringing him on. Crazy, right? Crazy. Shout out Billy Branch, the Yoda of the place. Jonathan, would I do Torres Munoz straight up? Talking about Munoz from Seattle, I would in a heartbeat. I don't think that Seattle would. He's not a free until 2029. He's got his ARB years and then he's got 3 option years on the cheap. So he is locked up until 2029. That's the kind of guy you want to get here as an arm in the bullpen. But I've talked with Mazza from Fortran Express about Munoz for a while. We proposed trades with him and everything. So he's a guy. If you can get him, you get him. It's going to cost a ton. At least Torres and more. You probably have to give up. You probably have to give up quite a bit. So Torres, probably Pereira. Torres, probably Roderick Arias. Maybe a pitcher. One named Clayton Beater or something like that. And you probably have to give, I think. But Munoz is a guy, again, controllable years. That's what we need, right? Because if they get, let's just say they get a guy like Soto or somebody, whoever, who's going to be expensive, guys like that on the cheap are going to help offset the cost of the payroll as we move forward. So while we have guys on the cheap like Volpe and eventually Peraza and some of these other folks, and so I mean, we need that. We need that. So and even though we have guys coming back next year from Tommy John. Again, coming back from Tommy John, it's no guarantee you're going to be good right out the gate either. So it's got Efros and Trevino, guys like that. And so, and Clay Holmes is next year, so his final year, and he's a free agent. So we have to do some long-term planning too here. And that's why I like getting guys with multiple controllable years on the cheap, because it sets the Yankees up for the next couple years. So now we're not scrambling for the same position all the time, if that makes sense. So we'll get better. Yeah, I mean, Rodon did fall apart, and he fought back. He did. I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed. He looked gassed in the altitude. Looked a little, just like he didn't have it. So like that altitude got to him. But And if you've been to altitude, and if he pops in and he knows he lives in altitude, right away. I used to go there for altitude training in the summer for running, and it took me several weeks to adapt to get to a decent level of training. So it takes a while to adapt to that stuff. Um, and the air is much thinner, so your lungs are having to work hard. Your body's having to work hard, like almost twice as hard. So it's kind of crazy, but the results will come, Sean. Yeah, the results will come. I'm gonna drop the line, and it is what it is, John Wayne. What's crazy though is last place in this division is still 6 games over 500, which is nuts, absolutely nuts. So I do think Boston won today, right? So that's why I think they hop into last place. So the last place in this division is first place in the Central and almost in the lead in most other divisions, which is nuts. It's just a testament to how tough this division is. So and but if you folks think this is going to work out, Sean Casey, you like some of the things you saw, some of the things that you liked today, but you're still disappointed that they lost, hit that like button. All right, let's get that sensible disappointed people tonight. I don't think this is a. Oh yeah, okay. Let me pull this up because Fortran did send me 3 trades that we're going to go over as trades that can and possibly for the trade deadline. So Cash will need to do some stuff here. Let me pull these up really quickly if my phone doesn't die. No, my phone's of course not. Come on. Soda's a beast. Yeah, I would bring up some kids. And this should always be a possibility, right, Billy? Think that the Yankees could not make the playoffs, and what the heck would they do? Exactly. I mean, that should be in the back of your mind. What should we do? And again, it's it is what it is. It is what it is. But let me see. I can pull this thing up here. Let's see. Hold on, let me pull them up. Yeah, what else we got here? Trout, yeah, Trout's not going anywhere. Trout's not going anywhere. The elevation is a valid argument. I mean, it's I've been physically affected by it myself multiple times. So, and this is the thing. And like players like, Josh Donaldson, I wouldn't go into the, like a hitting coach who no matter who he or she might be, they'll very likely help washed up players less than everybody else. They might get a little something out of them, but working with a guy like Soto and some of these other folks, you had hell of a lot better option. All right, here's some trades, okay? Now, the Bieber one might not happen now because Bieber now he's got a forearm injury and he got an MRI today. So that could be a prelude to Tommy John, but we'll just put this out anyway. Okay, so Bieber trade. The Guardians would acquire Randy Vasquez, Roderick Arias, Nestor Cortez, Elijah Dunham, and Drew Thorpe. The Yankees would get Shane Bieber. Okay. Trade 2. This is Mike Mazza. In the Soto trade. Padres would get Jason Dominguez, Clark Schmidt, Ian Hamilton, Kyle Higashioka, Everson Pereira, and Davey Garcia. The Yankees would get Juan Soto. It's probably going to be a price. And then as a third deal, okay, with the Mariners. The Mariners would acquire Gleyber Torres, Trey Sweeney, and Andres Chaparro. The Yankees would get Andres Munoz. So with these trades, the Yankees would give up a lot of capital, but they would get Andres Munoz under control for 6 more seasons. Juan Soto and Shane Bieber. Now, could we switch that to Dylan Cease? Maybe. So the White Sox will likely go into a teardown. So if Bieber's hurt, I'd pivot pretty quickly to I pivot to Dylan Cease immediately. So those are the 3 trades. Let us know what you think. Amelia, I still believe Cashman. What? What happened that you still believe? What do you mean, Amelia? Elaborate so I understand what you're saying. I want to make sure I understand what you're asking. Well, this is true. They don't have much to sell unless they start adding relievers. Relievers have more trade value than most. So, and yeah, it sounds as if it's they might move Donaldson at the deadline. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did. knowing that they need to and need to just get some fresh blood in here. Honestly. So, well, great game. I mean, that was Billy McKinney. The ball came, he swung out, it came right and hit him with the pitch. So, the bases would have been loaded. But this is a kid too, Billy McKinney. So, you know, but I saw that too, Gambino. I saw that. Happens sometimes, but not that often. But I mean, anything with a ball with that much movement, it's kind of hard to stop when you already commit to hitting. So, uh, well, and the other teams that lose to Colorado too. This is their home, so they're better at home than they are away. So, and I do think the Yankees will come out guns blazing tomorrow. Donaldson's DH. Who said that? Who's um, recommending him as DH? Texas, the king of Texas is here. The emperor. How are you, sir? Yeah, I mean the kid's growing. I want to let Volpe still develop. I want to let Peraza still develop, and some of these other folks. I mean, some folks that they won't trade. I think they should, let them develop, give them a legitimate shot, or then you move them. I mean, it's what other option is there? Give them a fair shot here, or you move them for somebody who you need that will play. Like, it's really not that. What's the point of prospect hugging if prospect playing is better than prospect hugging? So, and it makes it easier to prospect hug when the prospects are playing and actually playing well. Yeah, I mean, trade most players. I mean, I wouldn't trade Volpe. I wouldn't trade Cole either. There's no way. And honestly, I think a lot of people are going to are of the opinion we should DFA Donaldson. I would love to trade him and do that trade with the Mets if they were willing to do it because they would eat the money. And instead of eating it, so if they're willing, give them a reliever. Give them a reliever. Altitude sickness is legit. Now, altitude sickness is not that likely at about 5,500 feet, but I have a buddy of mine who was climbing Machu Picchu with his wife in Peru, and he got, I don't know how high they were, almost 20,000 feet. He got serious altitude sickness. You need to take altitude medicine before you go up that high. So, you really do. Bieber's out. Yeah, I have a feeling Bieber's out indefinitely. It may take him completely out of the trade deadline, which would have forced people to pivot to guys like Dylan Cease and some other folks. So, the A's are not. No. Yeah. Yeah, let Bieber do it. Deborah Flowers, you make excuses like booing. You talk about me, Deborah? It's the bottom of the barrel for us. Yeah, 7 years old. I mean, that's the type of trade. Those are the types of trades you need to make, fortunately, right? You need those types of players here. All right, we got trade for Bellinger and Jock. Or okay. Nice. Need a true outfielder. Guy here for his utility. Try to package Johnson some prospects for Bieber. Well, Bieber's hurt now, Majesty. You hadn't heard he went and got some forearm problem now. So he went for an MRI today. So we're going to have to pivot for Giolito. You can get him for less than you would Bieber. I would still try to go after like Dylan Cease, but I wouldn't be upset if we got Giolito. I wouldn't. Yeah, Stanton result. Yeah, at least Stanton came out today. I was happy to see that. And maybe now Stanton will go on a run, which we absolutely freaking need. Whiskey talking to me. I'll see what I can also say. Whiskey can be pretty convincing sometimes, can't it, Billy? Yeah. Soto and Ohtani? Yeah, I can't see that happening. I mean, I think Soto's more likely. I don't think Ohtani's likely at all, honestly. The Yankees are not the favorites for Ohtani. Last couple trades, yeah, I mean, like Montez got hurt shortly thereafter. Efrost got hurt shortly thereafter. So, yeah. And nothing feels or smells as good or tastes as good when we're losing, right, Texas? That is a good point. Soto, Snell, and Hader in one trade would be a monster. but that's the type of trade the Yankees we well off making. Trade Torres and a prospect to Chicago for Giolito Bomber. Yes, yes, Joe. Heck yeah. Yeah, he did get some pretty shitty calls tonight too, Rodon. So I do took offense with some of the bad calls the umps got, bad balls and strike calls. I did notice that. So you're right about that, Sunil. He was gassed though. He squeezed out and he was gassed. Man, you can make those two trades, Joe. I mean, you're pretty good. Soto, Snell, and Hayden, and you get Giolito and Bummer. You really don't need to do anything else, really. So, I mean, you can make those two types of trades. You give up a shitload, but you get 5 players back. 5. You and that's what I'm saying, Pinstripes. Exactly. Play them or trade them. I mean, it's really what's the point? There's only so many guys you can keep there for depth to call up. You spend so much time wasting people's options. Let me play them or trade them. This is really not that complicated. So, have the piece to get back. Yeah, they do. They have the pace as well. They do. Yeah, I mean, Torres has been slowly increasing his trade value. I'd still move him. So, I don't think the team will collapse if we moved him and got some decent pitching in return. Yeah, I mean, Boone would have been. Yeah, I mean, I would have called him out on some of those terrible striking ball calls. No, uh, it almost was like a hometown hump. Boone- when we went to Colorado from Wisconsin. Yeah, it does, Billy. Right? I mean, I'm telling you, altitude is a different animal if you're not used to it. It's different than sea level. It really is. So it does take a little while. Eduardo Rodriguez, some people are pining for too. Yeah, I know he's got an opt out coming up, but he's been pretty damn good. So it's a good question, Cyclops. I mean, I would be calling the Mets, man. Let's do this trade. Let's do this trade. Uh, and there are times where George also refused to spend money to get players too. There were times that he did not do that too. So he did that as well. The user control earn our minors on the cheap. Yep. Unless you have guys with like years of major league, like Andres Munoz on the cheap, like guys like that, several years in the majors on the cheap, and the payroll is just, I mean, the salary every year is consistent. So so I mean, I think both are super valuable. Texas, I would like a lot of a guy guys with both. So I mean, I like to think so. It's a big move in, and it should be, in my opinion. And I wouldn't be like going days and days and days and days and days. And we are 2 weeks, a little over 2.5 weeks away from the deadline. You and they gotta do something, man. They gotta do something, gang. Yeah, they're tied in last place, tied for last place right now, I think. There's still plenty of time to get into a playoff hunt, Anthony. So, Shabbat Shalom, Udall's in the house. What's good, my friend? Hope you're all doing well, and you and your family. Yes, indeed. I hear that, Carmen. Yeah, Crown Royale just makes you listen differently, man. You know what I mean? I'm saying, dude. Get that Royale in you, man. Says things to make you feel better. Drink me. Drink me again. It's just, yeah. You gotta listen, It's like insulting if you don't listen to it. So you gotta do you gotta do the right thing. You gotta listen. You know? Only way we get a Dominican and a Japanese players for Ohtani. Yeah. Soto and Soda. Or Sato, yeah. Sato. Oh, damn. My man's bringing back the Karate Kid, too, right there. Yogi, come on. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm giving him a little bit of a grace period because there's a new a new hitting coach with a new approach mid-season, which they've never done, at least in Cashman's tenure. So I'm giving them a little leeway here. Uh, Showing up millions, give no accountability. Okay, for sure. Sure. Yeah. Well, you ain't wrong, you know. But I agree with Will too. We don't make moves, and I don't stand a chance. They have to, and they have to make smart moves, good moves, productive ones. I need you to hit the ball this week. How many? 3 times? Oh, 6. Remember that scenario? Chosen with that breaking the ice. I mean, I was disappointed that Rodon gave up 4 runs, but I mean, he fought back. He was also gassed from the altitude, so Tyler. So, I'm being a little bit more lenient on this one because altitude. It's not an easy thing to adapt to, especially if you only have one day and you have to perform that day. It's not easy. So he's 0-2, but that's he's healthy. So, and I'll take that. He will get better. He needs time to get into his groove, and he's not there yet. Jonathan's a good question. Why does he wait so long? I think he waits for the market price to go down. And a lot of times, as it pertains to players that the Yankees need, the market doesn't really go down for the guys the Yankees. Like the market's not going to go down for Soto. It's not going to go down for Bellinger. It's not going to go down for one of these top Lucas Giolito. Like it's not going to go down. So yeah, let's hit that like button. Let's hit that like button if we're disappointed in this loss. I did see some bright spots, so I'll take that, but I am disappointed like you folks are. I like showing Casey Sanchez. I liked it during the game too, Wayne. So I'm with you too, Tyler. Soto here would be awesome. Yes, Snell and Eduardo Rodriguez, 2 guys. I mean, worth looking into. Worth looking into. I mean, Padres, you might be right, Drew. Padres might go on a run. They might not sell. And that's where, I mean, then you can try to make a multiplayer deal with the Rockies. Randall Grichuk, who killed us today. He's a Yankee killer for almost a decade. Try to get him. He's apparently on the market. And Ryan McMahon, too, if you can, for third base. Altitude causes terrible freaking headaches. Yeah. We'll see. Tyler put out those fire trades, man. So Maz's trades are fire too. Those are the types of blockbusters that we'd like to see the Yankees make, who haven't made. I mean, the last time they made a somewhat blockbuster trade was with the White Sox when they got Todd Frazier, David Robinson, and Tommy Kahnle. It was the last big one they made. We need a couple of these. We really do. Yes, they do, Drew. They have talent to go on a run. Yes, they do. That's why we need the Phillies to shut these guys down in the next couple of days. Trade for Cody and Juan Soto and Brandon Donovan. Damn, that's a lot. Okay. Why Donovan, Taylor? Taylor, I'm curious. Hater is maybe, but I don't know. I think they realize that they have a better shot at extending Hater than they do Soto. So yeah, Gary. I mean, thankfully, luckily for the Rangers too, they got this new billionaire ownership who bought a new stadium, so they're willing to invest some serious money, and they brought in the right manager to guide this ship, and a lot of free agent money they spend. So I don't think they're done yet either. They're going to invest. I could see them getting like something like Josh Hader or David Bednar from the Pirates. I can see that. Torres, Nestor Cortez, and Everson Pereira for Lars Nootbaar. Oh, T-Drake trying to get interesting here. Okay. It's an interesting one, Brett T. Drake. Interesting. Kevin Hunt, what's good? Yeah, my fear is that Bellinger won't be the answer either. But if he's here, I'm going to root for him. Yeah. I don't think Shohei Ohtani. I mean, he's a magical player. I just don't think he's the right fit here. I just don't think it'll work out. You know, Soto to me is the better fit. You know, like imagine if they got Soto and then got Giolito and Bummer from the White Sox. That would be a monster trade deadline for the Yankees. It would be. It would be. So that's catching Tampa. I don't know, Jonathan. I'm not even banking on that. Getting into the postseason and positioning themselves now with some better personnel to make a deep run would be a good idea, in my opinion. For all the money they have coming off the payroll the next 2 seasons, heck yeah. And it will cost more than Judge to get to right this ship. I mean, it really will. Yeah. This contact hit in here would be an on-base percentage would be nice. Bellinger went twice tonight. Okay, Kevin Hunt. That's the type of stuff we like to hear. He's an elite defender in the outfield too. I'll get him that. He is an elite defender. Cody Bellinger. And he's enamored with the Yankees. His dad won 2 rings here, Clay Bellinger, and it's really, really hard, for him to not like this place. So I get it. All right, we got 54 likes. We got 124 people in it. Can we get to 100? We have 46 likes. We have 46 people having hit the like button, if you don't mind. Hit that thumbs up. Let's get over 100. We always try to get over 100 on the live streams. It's greatly helpful. It's greatly appreciated. So let me know, Jonathan, how well we're moving up. But I appreciate it, gang, if you haven't hit the like button. Sharing this frustration together. Yep. They do need to make several moves, Jonathan Taylor. I'm with you there. Huh. Bellinger McMahon. Yeah, Bellinger McMahon, I mean, that's a nice get right there. 2 lefty bats. Yeah, that's a nice get. Heck yeah. You can get McMahon and Bellinger for less than Soto. So, and Soto went deep against the Phillies, right? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Steinbrenner, he would not hesitate to take people out and get rid of people. That's for damn sure. Just trade people away. Yeah. But yeah, with this money that the Yankees are getting now, we need 33 likes to 100. Can we do it? This insurance patch money, Star Insurance, $25 million a year for the next 8 years. Yeah, they should be using that money on players, not pocketing it. These guys are already billionaires. They don't need to pocket more money. Use it on your damn team. Invest in your product. Yeah. Sell. A lot of people want us to sell. Also, a lot of people are right. We don't have a lot of selling. Unless we start selling off relievers, they don't have much to sell. Well, this is true, too. Ohtani hasn't been great at Yankee Stadium, Coconuts. He also hasn't been great pitching against the Yankees, but if he's a Yankee, we don't have to worry about that. 71 likes. We need 29 to get to 100. Can we do it? I'm telling you, my 2 teams were the Mariners and the Dodgers as my favorites to sign Ohtani in free agency, and I still hold that line on both those teams. I still think it's going to be one or the other. Yeah. Oop. Yeah. How you doing, Matthew Gauthier? All good here, man. Hope you're doing well. Yes, we do. We need to do something big at deadline. Amen, brother. Amen. And by big, I mean multiple moves. Matthew, do you feel the same way? Well, this is the other thing too. Ohtani prefers to live like a more private life. That's not going to happen in New York. Okay, and he loves the West Coast. That's not gonna happen in New York either. So we already have two big things working against us with Ohtani. He doesn't like that paparazzi hounding him everywhere. He's not, Floyd Mayweather with paparazzi everywhere, and loves it. This guy's he likes to be private, likes to keep a low key life. New York media is never gonna let him do that. Never. Donaldson and Greg Weiser for Tommy Pham. It's an interesting one. Patrick. Look, are they looking to move Pham the Mets? Torres, yeah, Jonathan, you know that too. Like we've agreed, he should be traded. Yeah, look, it's got trade value. You got to take advantage of it where you can, and the Yankees need serious pieces. And if there's a way or path towards getting someone like Andres Munoz or David Bednar by using Gleyber Torres, you gotta pursue that. You gotta do it. I know you give up more, but like, come on, that would be a huge get for the bullpen. Huge get for the bullpen. Like that's the type of trade you want to make. Crazy how the Dodgers didn't tank and spend more money than their player development seems to be much better than the Yankees player development. So, and I'm hoping that Brian Sabian and Omar Minaya do some good stuff here. You know, Pari, always good having you, man. Get some rest, my friend. Have a great night, dude. Pitching changes and forget runs over dumping we go. They don't rebuild that Zeppelin, but I get your frustration. I totally get it. Totally get it. Yeah, they dodged a bullet with Verlander, and I think to a lesser degree with Scherzer, but they dodged a bullet with Verlander definitely. Yeah, once again, you're not wrong there, man. No, you are not wrong, brother. Rodon, he looked rusty and he looked gassed. I mean, the altitude was not friendly to him. You know. Torres and a prospect for Eduardo Rodriguez. That's something to think about too. And Eduardo Rodriguez would be an upgrade over Lucas Giolito probably. And you try to get one of those Tigers relievers that I talked about last week. And there's a couple of Tigers relievers that could be good bullpen targets. So you could expand the trade there too. And I do think Cashman will somehow get a reliever with controllable years like he does pretty much every year. So he seems to be his bread and butter. He always finds somebody to do that. Who I don't know, but one of those guys, or Aaron Bummer's got like 4 years of control. Garrett Crochet, like one of those guys, I could see. Yeah, that brother Bill. Yeah, I mean, as much as we hate to see it, Grichuk, man, he's a Yankee killer. He's very familiar with the AL East. And again, I'd rather have him here being clutch against the Blue Jays and the Rays and Orioles rather than have him there than being clutch against the Yankees. You know what I mean? He hit us pretty good today. So Padres have to keep losing. A lot of people, yeah. Yes, they do, Mr. Persky. Yes, they do. Yes, sir. Pham is a cheap, highly productive outfielder. We not have a left fielder. Well, I mean, I'd look at Pham then, Patrick. I mean, if he's being that productive and staying out of trouble, I'd look at him. What grade do I give the Yankees draft? Right now, I'll say a B to B minus. Need to know a little bit more about guys, but guys like Rock Ruggiero, who's like your 4th-round pick. There's a couple guys. I think Rock Ruggiero will probably be the first guy to make it to the majors of all those picks. I'm not surprised they drafted another stud high school shortstop in the 1st round. Shortstops tend to be the most versatile position players. They tend to move to other positions easier, whether it's infield or outfield. They tend to be one of the more athletic players. So, and for the most part, they have the most trade value. So, I'm not surprised he went high school shortstop. Really not. And he's going to add to that pipeline, which also it could suggest that they may move on from a shortstop or two. And they're getting a lot of calls on Roderick Arias right now. So, and they're getting some calls on Peraza too. But I'm surprised they're getting this much attention on Roderick Arias. So, they might move on from him. They might do that. Yeah, Dodgers. I mean, whatever they do, they're doing good. They definitely invest in scouting and player development. drafting and all that stuff. One reason their farm is so damn good. I mean, less obsessed with certain components of analytics too, which I think is, I think there's got to be a combination of a healthy balance of analytics and fundamental baseball, and the Yankees need to find that medium here. I don't think they have yet. So, which is a shame, but it is what it is, right? The Yankees have to do something there. Lane Thomas from the Nationals, so he's not a righty batter, but he's got some value too. And if they did Lane Thomas and then they made some other moves, and then I'll take a couple of moves. I mean, really, I think that if they make a couple of good moves, I think they'll be a much better off team. And when they are healthy, they're damn competitive. They're much better when they're healthy. And they made that clear in May too when they got healthy and they blew up. So, we got 77 likes. Can we get 23 likes to get over 100, gang? Anybody has to smash that like button, that thumbs up, please do. I'm really grateful and appreciate it. So it means the world to get to 100 on all the live streams. So, any AAA pitchers ready for New York? Well, you got Clayton Beater just went up to AAA a couple weeks ago, but he's had an adjustment period. He's struggled a little bit, so not really. I mean, you got Davey Garcia, but he's up here. You got Matt Crook. I would have him up here too. T. Drake, man, would love having you on, man. Have a great night. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow. President Sweeney, great trade value for play. Yeah, I mean, Arenado. Yeah, I mean that's one reason I mentioned Ryan McMahon, because for a couple reasons. His defensive metrics are just at the top with Lone Arenado for third base. He also bats lefty. He's also 28. Arenado's 32. He's 4 years younger, and he's got 4 years of controllable contract. And he's a pretty solid contact hitter. So Ryan McMahon will be an excellent consolation prize if we can't get a guy like Arenado, who we would have to pay a boatload for. Plus, he's got 5 years, $144 million left on his deal. So just over $28 million per at 32. That's a tough one, but he is the best in the game right now. So for how long, we'll see. I would look at a guy like McMahon, especially when you package him with potentially another player from that team, whether it be Profar or I would go for Grichuk if I could. So we'll see. There's ways that they can get better, without Soto, without Ohtani. With the offensive thing, he should have told me to. Nah, doubtful, Daryl. It was his first game. Hill is recovering from Tommy John, but he started and pitched to live batters today. They announced that today, which is good, Jonathan. So he might be a bullpen option for late summer. He could be. I hope so. He's got a big arm. He does have a big arm. Pascal Stamey's to 4 better than. Yeah, I think Lombard was probably the better fit. He was a higher rated shortstop. And he also is majorly built already. So physically, I think he's a little bit ahead of the game. And he's got some versatility positionally wise. So his dad's also his dad's a bench coach for Detroit Tigers. So I'm not upset at all. They George Lombard. I don't really care that they didn't draft Anthony Volpe too. When is March? I don't say at earliest 2024, John. He's having trouble in AA. He still has some developing to go. Which of our guys has warrior traits? Garrett Cole. Obvious warrior traits. Carlos Rodon. I'd say Harrison Bader. This is probably the most obvious. Cole to me is the most obvious. He's the alpha male on this team. No doubt about it. Yeah, they signed Jake Lamb to a minor league deal. He's going up to AAA. Reporting immediately to AAA, Mr. Persky. He's a versatile outfielder, so maybe it's another an infielder. Maybe some more infield depth at the higher levels that they could use either to call up and replace somebody they might trade or just have for depth. We'll see. Go for it, Lepari. Get up there, man. Get up there and show them what you can do, man. Cole and Judge the heart of the team, yes, and Cole's definitely the vocal heart of the team. His presence is felt everywhere. One reason I love the guy. He was having a pep talk today with Carlos Rodon towards the latter part of his pitching performance. All right, 79 likes. We need 29 likes, 21 likes to get to 100, gang. Can we get it? Can we get to 100? Tim Anderson, I like in New York. I think a lot of people would, John. So I mean, problem is we have Volpe, could have Peraza. Like, where would you play Tim Anderson? Is the question. And where would we move everybody else? And what do you think we'd have to give up for him? Is the other question. And I don't know. Part you got to ask him. You got to negotiate your contract, man. With Cashman and them. But a lot of it does look lost without Judge, Jonathan. That's right. Which is why we need veterans like Stanton and Rizzo and DJ to step up and show them, you guys, we're here too. We're here to back up. We're here to support this lineup where Judge is gone. We're here too. And they need to show that with their bats. They really do. So that the other people can be, get a little bit more focused and motivated and more productive. So I don't know how to put the likes up on this software. We're about 80 likes right now. So trade IKF and Volpe, John. Why do you say that? And to where? For who? Not really, Billy. He's just testing himself. He still has a while. I don't expect to see him until mid-August, I would say. No honesty, yeah. 82 likes now. We need 18 likes to get to 100. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's tough for here to relax and get out of here when you have so many people barking down and breathing down your neck constantly coming after you. It's just like it's a never-ending storm of attacks and criticism and what else, right? So that's the New York market. That's it comes with the territory when you come to New York. So I mean, John, I get what you're saying. I would trade Torres for pitching. I think we can probably get more value out of him. No. Bobby, man, get on the field. If you can be awesome, come on, man. We need you, man. We need you, bro. The team needs you. Trade for Cody Bellinger. I would have IKF as the utility guy, and it allows you to move. It allows you to move Oswaldo Cabrera if you want to for pitching or somebody else. So gives you a little bit of flexibility, which is not a bad thing. Yeah, DJ Rizzo and Stanton Stoli. I mean, if we see some consistency out of them, it'll go a long way towards helping our offense. But we still need more. But I'll take those guys heating up and just giving us some semblance of offensive regularity would be a good thing. Those aren't veterans. We need them to contribute, and we need them to lead by example. We really do. Donaldson's gone, so his contract's up, but he's got a $6 million buyout versus a $16 million option, which I think, obviously, I think he's going to get his buyout. So he'll get at least $6 million next year, John. Unless they make that trade with the Mets, where the Mets eat all the rest of the money, which would be nice. I just don't know if that's going to happen. I'll trade Bader for Cody Bellinger. I would not. Jonathan. I mean, if I'm going to have Cody Bellinger, I'm going to play him in left, and I'll put Bader in center, and Judge eventually in right. That's a hell of a defensive outfield right there. Beast mode. Seriously. If you can get Stanton, and I think if the Dodgers do not sign Shohei Ohtani, then I could see the likeliness of Stanton being traded to the LA Dodgers go up significantly. All right, 87 likes. We need 13 likes to get to 100. Let's hit those like buttons. Yeah, well, the Yankees. The Mets did say they'll take Donaldson's contract and likely be a fame if the Yankees can give them a good reliever with controllable contract in return. So for bullpen help. So they actually said that. So Yankees have one of the better and deeper bullpens in the game. I would try to work this thing out. And if it happens, then the Mets take Donaldson's $11 million this year, $6 million next year, $17 million right off the books immediately. that are no longer, in the Yankees coffers. And if the Dodgers were to take Stanton, the Yankees would probably have to eat probably 30 or 40 million of his contract, I'd say. So, not sure, Lapari. I would probably put you out left field. We need some outfield. We need some left field production right now. So, you need to work that wall, Lapari. You know what I mean? Yeah, if they get Soto, man, imagine Soto on left, Bader in center, Judge in right. Woof, baby. That is a top. That is a 3 outfield right there. A 3-headed monster. Yeah. Yeah, if Stanton gets traded, big money comes off the books. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Yeah. The Yankees keep waiting. The Mets over. This is the problem too. Like, why are you waiting? You're giving the giving the Mets a reason to walk away. Why? What's the point? Mets are like, nah, we waited too long. We changed our mind. I'm like, seriously? We don't want that. We really don't want that. Yeah, they're trying to shed pair. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to re-sign Soto either, because they're losing money franchise-wise. So, yeah, I can't see Stanton going to the Padres. I think he would. I think he would veto that. They're not in his no trade. Okay, Stanton Dodge just makes no sense unless you give us bets. So, yeah, yeah, pretty much. All right, we need 11 likes. We got 89 likes to get to 100. How much money went the Yankees send? I would say 30 to 40 million. Yeah, 30 to 40 million. Probably. Yeah. It's sure, you're welcome to, Nathan, if you want to join, man. Absolutely, dude. Get the guy from Washington Nationals. Much better. So I say a guy like Soto, and you can bring in a guy. Soto changes the landscape of a lot of things here. So, if I'm the Yankees, I'm going hard after Soto. Excuse me, I just dropped my pen. Made me drop my phone. Yeah, he's got a very level swing, Miss Persky. I would like for him to hit some more balls on the ground, let him leg them out. He's not trying to hit home runs like Willie Mays Hayes, but sometimes. But he hits these balls in the gaps too, so I like his hitting approach. Too much Yankee cash. Yeah, Texas, man. You're not wrong there. You're absolutely right. Gotta hit him where it hurts in the pocket. Could have given Hicks contract to the Rockies and Donaldson to the Mets. I need both. They could have given Hicks to the Rockies, Patrick. All right, we need 10 likes. We got 90 here to get to 100. Yeah, so Soto seems to be the guy. If the Yankees are going to get anybody big, Soto is the guy to get. In all honesty, it's pretty obvious. Next weekend, Jonathan, next open panel. Clean out the farm. I don't know which guy you talking about, Brian. Which guy you talking about? Ohtani? Yeah, I wouldn't clean out the farm for Ohtani. Well, yes, and that's what I would do too. You give Soto a 10-year deal, or even a 12-year deal. You give him an opt-out after 5 years. When he's 30, he can go back on the market. If he's able to cash in again, you go right ahead, and then you say, we have 5 years of your prime. Thank you, peace. I think it's a clever way to get Soto to agree to a deal. You can give him 12 years, but yeah, we'll give you an opt-out after 5. So 30, you can still cash in big time. I think Roto's going to heat up. It's only the second game. I hear you, Lapari. Been like your far Ohtani. Yes, Ohtani's not. You're obviously not going to, alone put them in the World Series. Not going to solve all their problems. You know what I mean? They have more problems with that. He doesn't solve the left field problem. Doesn't solve third base. Doesn't solve any of them. You know. Oh, listen, hang on. Get you here. Let me see. Of course. You know how to private chat me? Private chat me, Nathan? Send me a message on private chat. I'm with you, Jonathan Taylor, too. I wouldn't trade for Ohtani. I don't think he wants to be here. So, and for 2 months of him, it's too much. It's too much. Yeah, exactly. I don't think he'll extend here. They would have here. They would. And Minnesota's 24 also. That's the guy I would give the money to, not the 30-year-old Shohei Ohtani. Let's see. Send me a private chat message, Nathan. Yeah, well, exactly, Texas. One reason I propose like a lot of different trades is because like Soto's obviously the big piece, but the likeliness is not very high. Tony's the big piece, likeliness not very high. That's why I propose these trades with the White Sox and Tigers and some of these other teams because they're more doable trades. And if you can make a couple of them, you put yourself in a position to play better. They'll be better if you make a couple of them. Period. Let's just say you got Giolito and Aaron Bummer from the White Sox. That's a pretty darn good return here. When you give you back, and then you somehow get Randall Grichuk or Cody Bellinger. That's another one, and it's a different landscape. It's a more hungry, it's more athletic, more versatile team that way. So, oh yeah, Ellie De La Cruz, John, yeah, he's ridiculous. He was their number one prospect last year, even this year before they called him up. He's a beast. What team has a younger, higher price trade option that would take Stanton straight up? I can't think of any. Kevin Hunt, honestly, can't think of any. Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm with you, hit hard. I am. And Soto gets hurt too much. That doesn't get hurt too much. Nah, I don't think, I don't really think that's a problem when it comes to Soto. Honestly, I don't. Really. I don't think it's a big problem with Soto. Well, no doubt about it, Davey. It's got to be, it's got to be set in stone in order for you to even trade for a guy like Ohtani. You need to have that extension locked in. You need to have it locked in. So, got to do it. We got 92 likes. Can we get 8 more to get to 100? We got 93 people in here. I think we can get 8 thumbs ups. Stopping watching the Yankees games live, verifying result games. Well, I hope that you don't do that there, because I wouldn't want you to miss if they come back and play, and really do something great. I would hate for you to miss it. I think Mike Trout wants me. No, he's never asked to come to the Yankees. Never asked to be traded. Nah. I would have taken Trout years ago, not now. Yeah, I feel like I didn't make the Soto being hurt one. I don't know who's saying it, but are they getting it from someone else? And this is like what I talked about this morning. Giving inaccurate information, and then you have people spreading it in other areas. Like we're muddying the waters with so much bad information, and people come on and just peddling stuff that has no basis in reality. And then when I ask them to prove it, nobody does it. So it's just it's this is what I'm talking about. We try to steer clear of that stuff here, right? And make sure you're accurate, dealing accurate information and facts, so that you folks can make good opinions and well-formed opinions, and to me that's a better use of our time. Well, I don't know if he doesn't. I don't know if he forgets, but how are we going to get 3 lefties? And what lefties can we get, Ivan? Like he got Benintendi and he got Gallo. two lefties, and they both didn't pan out. But until even one back, Gallo was a bust here, so he did that last year, and you know, none of them came back, so they're in the same position. That's why I like getting guys with multiple controllable years, right? So they don't have to repeat this exercise every single year. Now, that's the thing, If I'm cashing out a bill for next year versus this year, we can make the playoffs. I mean, it'll be and of course my phone has died. Yeah, and it's join tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow, man, after the game. Yeah, I can't for some reason. I don't know how to. Hold on. Let me see something. Hang on. Wait a second. Let me try something here. Hold on. Yeah, of course, there's no option for me to message you either, Nathan. I'm sorry about that, man. Once I set up the link for tomorrow, I'll get you the link. I'll text you the link. That way you can hop on anytime you want, and you'll have the link already. So, I haven't seen the live stream last night. Nathan was on for him and I were talking about the possibilities and the realities of or non-realities of trading for Juan Soto, what it would cost, what we can do in other trades too. Tyler Talbot put out some fire trades that we talked about, just like Mike Mazza put out some fire trades today too. So, we've got a lot of great ideas, a lot of great insights and perspectives in this community. So that's why I want to continue doing this. I think it elevates our conversation. It really does. Yeah, I do think the Yankees, if they got into the playoffs, Mr. Bryan, it would probably be a wild card. At this point, a wild card. They'd have to go on a remarkable run to win the division. They really would. Well, exactly. Well, I mean, you got a Bellinger and a McMahon. Those are nice compliments to the lineup. Two lefties. You get your left fielder, you get your third baseman. Okay, and then you can do something else. You can do something else. So I'm trying to kidnap Ohtani and bring him back with us. Yeah, I mean, so if you see Cashman coming to work with that creepy white van with no windows, Ohtani might be in some trouble. if he brings that that Jeffrey Dahmer white clown van. You're going to be at the Yankee Stadium. I'm going to be there Saturday the 22nd against the Royals, Davey. Pretty decent seats, 331. Not bad, Davey. I'll be there against the Royals too. If it's Saturday afternoon, I'm at that game. I'm near just past the first base side on the bottom. So if you're there that game, Davey, let me know so I can meet you. If anybody else is at the game, let me know. Love to meet you. I think Yelich will be pricey, but I think he can make a little bit of a difference. Arias, unfortunately, I can't see them getting him. He's magic over there in Miami. I can't see any scenario where the Marlins would give him up. Especially now that they have him. The way he's playing, there's no way. If it was possible, God, yeah. Heck yeah. Atlanta Braves, yeah, 199, yeah. And they made a lot of shrewd trades. They got him in there. Very well-run team. Okay, you're going to a Sunday game, David. Okay, it's all good. Yeah, I'm going Saturday, you're going Sunday. But it's all right, man. If anybody goes to these games, and I'm there, let me know so I can meet you. I can say hi to you. I'm sure there's some grave turning, Bobby. That's just true. Yeah. Yeah, those are nice too, right at the Big Flatty. So, I watch a lot of games on the Big Flatty too. With the sound, like, oh, baby. You know it. Yeah, I mean, it's, they're moving on from Donaldson and a couple of the players. It's a good idea for the Yankees, but they, are they willing to eat the cost, even though it's not a lot of time left? That's the question, and they haven't confirmed that. So, and we need them to confirm that. We need them to get better. honestly. Like I said this too, like it doesn't matter if they play Donaldson. You can cut Donaldson, you play Pro. You're still good unless you trade Donaldson, you're gonna play his contract. So just head somebody up here, even if it's Oswald Peraza, and get better production for the same money. It's a net increase anyway, net improvement anyway. So, but if you can trade them like the Mets have said they would, you gotta consider doing that. Even if you give a good reliever, you just cleared up a lot of payroll space for you to make a trade for a reliever, like to replace the reliever you just traded out. You can get another one in the trade by freeing up the money that you just freed up with Das Donaldson trade. You know what I mean? Matt Chapman free agent at this. Yeah, Gio. Yeah, he's got a broken pelvis, man. Am I going to go live on the 22nd? Probably, Mike. I'm going to try. It depends on what time I get home. But yeah, probably. You got the whole setup soon. That's some high tech stuff right there. 3 likes to get to 100, gang. 3 likes, Texas Buckeye. You're the master. You are the master, my man. Matt Chapman. I think other people want Matt Chapman in New York too. He's an elite defender too. But if you're talking about Matt Chapman and not a Rollis Chapman, yeah, man, Texas and Arizona are just blazing hot, freaking blazing hot. Hit it hard. You're going to be what game? The Saturday game? Saturday the 22nd against the Royals? I'm right around there, and right around 115 also hit hard. I really am. So if you're there, you let me know. I'll link with you so we can, I meet you. Well, I'm going, the regular live stream after the game, Sunil, but the everybody open panel, that'll be next Saturday. That'll be next Saturday. Or maybe even next Friday. But it will be. It will be coming. David, what's happening, man? Enjoy Road Down 5 years. Thank you, David. I think it'll be fine. Now we got 100 likes. I appreciate you all. Thank you. And Tyler T's going the 22nd too, so got to link up. You got to let me know where you're sitting as well, so I can say hi to you guys. No doubt about it. All right, hit it hard. You let me know too, and we'll definitely link up. And I'll be there. I'll be at that game. It's 105. Mm-hmm. So looking forward to meeting some of you. It'll be awesome. Drunk Hispanic. Don't be done watching Yankees. They'll disappoint you a little bit, but they always come back to reward us for our loyalty. So I hope you stick around, Drunk. I hope you stick around, bro. I really do. I mean, tickets are not cheap. That's for damn sure. So, you know that. You know that. You're in force. Got that right, Billy. Got that right. Well, it's all good, man. It's all good. Billy, you bring the Yoda knowledge here. So I got to acknowledge it because I feel smarter when you're here. Your insights, I really do. So, and so keep being you, Billy. And especially when you're on the live panels, you bring the perspective, you bring the loyalty that we like, the knowledge that we like, so that I like especially. So I thank you for that. So keep being Yoda. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I would have liked Marte a couple years ago. I really would have. Yeah. They could have gotten several years out of him. Yeah. Yeah. 284 million in 20. Yeah. It's crazy. Kevin Hunt. It's crazy. But Yoda's wise. He's the wise one. So he's our Yoda here. I mean, Yoda's the man. Yoda and Chewbacca and Darth Vader, like Chewie, hell yeah. Darth Vader, James Earl Jones. I mean, come on, come on. Yeah, David, they definitely need a blockbuster trade. You want to shake things up? Have a blockbuster trade. In all honesty, yeah. Yep, Grandmaster Yoda, you got that right. Got that right. Mm-hmm. I like the blockbuster trade proposals here, gang. I like the blockbuster trades. The Mets only have one hit tonight. Wow. Damn. We had more than one hit. That's for sure. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it this weekend, Sunil. MI7. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Tom Cruise, man. Getting it done. Yup. So, have you seen it already, Sunil? You saw MI7 already? 102 likes. You guys and gals are the best. The best. I'm telling you. Seriously, yeah, Billy. I mean, Yoda's got clout. He's got clout. He's got cred, street cred. Dude is he's the legend, man. That's why you're Yoda. So that's why you're Yoda, Billy. What's the matter with you? Damn, Sonia. Yeah, unfortunately, I had a cat this week that was in a hospital for like 3 nights. I was there almost every night of my life. Believe me, I would have seen it already, Sunil. And now I have to sequester him in my office for the next 2 weeks to get treatment for his infection. So I was like, it was not a good week. It was not a good week, Sunil. So that's why I had to be lazy this week, unfortunately, and make Tom Cruise wait, man. Man, I'm gonna call him and say, look, I was only able to see you this weekend on Tuesday. He might give me some shit, but it's all good. It's all good. Me bouncing a bullpen catcher. Exactly, jerky. That's awesome. Love it. Yeah, we need that start to be operational, man. You got that right. Healthy Yankees team is a better Yankees team. So, yeah, Braves and Orioles, they're on fire right now. I mean, they're straight up money. It was bound to happen. I mean, the Braves have always been good, with the Orioles were getting high draft picks and accumulating them over a bunch of years and developing players, and they're doing it right. So I'm glad to see the Orioles making noise. Oh, Mace Windu, yeah, Samuel Jackson, baby. Jackson's a beast. Thanks, Apar. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I got 4 cats, but one of them was very sick this week. Yeah, it sucks when you have an animal sick. They're a part of the family. They're a part of the family, and we're an animal lovers in my family. So, but we wrap this up, gang, because it's Friday night. We'll let you gang go, and we're back here tomorrow to post game this. So tomorrow's another day, right? Send Donaldson to Disney deck. And Donald Duck. That's great, Texas. Oh shoot! Fantastic, man. Ethan Hunt, yeah, dude. Yeah, Ethan Hunt and Tom Cruise from Collateral. That combination. Oh my god! If you haven't seen Collateral and you're a Tom Cruise fan, you gotta see it. You don't trust cash and make a good trade for the Yankees. I appreciate. You might be right, Danny. We'll see what happens, right? I'll see what happens. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna let you everybody go. I appreciate you all coming on. Again, they lost 7-2, but again, I think they're gonna play better tomorrow. I really do. Yeah, Julio Urias and Kyle Hendricks for you. So is Blake Snell. So is um Aaron Nola and Lucas. A bunch of starting. This free agent class is gonna be heavily pitching. So I appreciate you, Dev. Thank you so much for the kind words always. Fully operational. We'll see, Tyler. People seem to forget too that uh, and Cashman got rejected for a Soto trade. He got rejected for an Ohtani trade, and he offered a huge package for both, and he got rejected. So And then when he didn't get Castillo, people were begging for Montez. He got Montez. People were begging for Benintendi. He got Benintendi. He got most of the people that people were begging for. And this is where the dumpster fire, or the dumpster diving thing, Tyler, doesn't really have much credibility to me, because he does go for the big ones too, and sometimes he gets them, sometimes he doesn't. So, you know what I mean? Texas, always a pleasure, my friend. But this is why I put out this. I think it's important to be accurate. If we're going to give the bad side, let's give the good side too. Let people make informed opinions and informed judgments. So that's why I do that. You know, if I only give you half the info, if I only gave you the info that I wanted you to have and left the rest out, I mean, come on. Let's be real. Let's honestly. Yeah, Benny was hurt and he didn't want to play back in New York, so that sucked. And and the hamate bone was right here. That's what Mike Trout injured. So, but have a great night, everybody. Really, peace and love to all of you. I appreciate you all. Appreciate your support. Hit that like button on the way out if you haven't done that yet. And if there's anybody that hasn't subscribed, come along for the ride. Hit the like and subscribe. And I don't want you to miss anything. If anybody doesn't know, I'll be live on trade deadline day, August 1st, for several hours to go over, give you everything as it comes in live, so you know what's going on, reporting live stuff as it comes in. So, and I'm working on my trade deadline predictions too. That I'll do a couple days before the deadline itself. So it's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good. So, but yeah, have a great night, everybody. Peace and love to all of you. I'll talk to you all tomorrow.